Hello there my friend and welcome back. So earlier today we did get a post from the official DML pages that showed us what the Origin of Shadow milestone rewards are going to be in the upcoming event. So essentially if you hit milestones you'll get certain rewards and bonus things, but there is a paid section and a free to play section. So there are two different sections to these milestones, and unfortunately, it looks like there aren't really any new dragons available in that premium shrine bonus section, which is the right-hand column. So you'll see the left-hand side is the regular free rewards, and the right-hand side is the shrine bonus if you pay rewards. And we do have sacred apples returning. I'm just going to point out, on top of us getting pieces for certain dragons and some old returning dragons, we do have sacred apples in here. So if we go through this image, we can zoom in a little bit on this, although Facebook zoom is kind of horrible. But we do have, you know, at 1,000 points, we'll get some ancient tickets if you've got shrine bonus, which you won't get if you're free. Basically, the main things to note in the shrine bonus, like we've got Shade Brute parts, which I think you can get all the parts for him without having to buy it anyway. You can get some Reisk dragon parts. There is a Kelp dragon breedin, not with a G, with ending in an N, breedin token. But Kelp, I believe, is just an old dragon that's returned quite a few times now, so he's not very interesting. More race parts, the Tracht dragon, who's also a long time old dragon. Then we've got Chevalier dragon, who he's also been available a few times now, but he is back as a legendary in this. And then the first sacred apple that you can get as a free-to-play player or any player is at 269,000. Is that intentional? 269,000 milestone? That has to be on purpose, right? 269, you know what you're doing, Gameloft. Either way, that's when the first sacred apple gets unlocked, and then the second, what's it called? Sacred apple, that's it. We can get in the premium section at 639,000. So, sacred apple is the third from the bottom, and then if you manage to get to 700,000 milestone, you will get 15 premium sigil chests. But trust me, this is hyper pay to win towards the bottom section of this. Very pay to win. Even if you buy the shrine, you're still going to have to spend lots and lots and lots and lots of gems to get close to that. So, I don't know if that other sacred apple is even close to doable, even by some minor spenders, to be honest with you. But either way, those are the main rewards coming from the shrine in this event. And, you know, honestly, I'm not going to buy this. There's nothing too noteworthy for me. Some extra ancient tickets and minor bonuses. It's not worth it for me, but it might be worth it for you if you want the extra dragons, but at least you know what's coming up now. On top of this, we did also get the weekly schedule post, which was also reposted earlier today. So basically, Ancient Dungeon, which we already know about, but you can get the Echo Dragon in it, and Digital is going to be in the shop. We've got the Dragon Board starting, where we can get all those new dragons. Ancient Altars are coming up. Great Dragon Race, because why would we not want to be doing clan events on top of all of that? And then we've got a collection event, Hatch and Place, Ike Thurner, Xylophone and Molten to unlock Indigo. And aside from that, all that we've really got is lucky breeding. So fill your luck meter as you're breeding the Dragon of the Week, pair the War and Tree Dragons, and if you fill the meter, you'll be guaranteed to breed this week's special dragon, the Xylophone. So, basically it's just Shadow event is starting, and that's the news that you need. Which, it's gonna be a big difference to the chill time that we've got right now. The other thing that we've got is, of course, Walmart and things like that, but before I delve into that, I did mention this in a community post earlier today, but I really want to go through this again, because despite some of the positive changes that are seemingly coming in the upcoming Shadow Ancient event, this I do not like. Because if you hop into your own game and you go into your shop and then go into promotions, you'll see this new promotion in the shop that says 92% off now £4.19, which will be different depending on your platform and if it's dollars or rupees or whatever it's going to be. But it offers you the opportunity to be able to purchase a Cowpoke dragon, which I've already got, but you can buy a Cowpoke dragon that is already level 50 and is already enchanted to level 2. Now, enchantment level 2 is basically nothing, so don't think about the enchantment too much. But a dragon that's already level 50, you might be like, wow, that could be so useful. And for £4, it does sound quite cheap for Gameloft. But the problem with this is that if you buy this dragon and it becomes your highest level dragon, you will severely ruin your team. And I think when I posted this earlier, a few people were confused as to what I meant. I basically said do not buy this bundle if you only have level 30 dragons or below, even though it seems like a really good deal to new players. Now, this dragon can help you in the map if you've got lower level dragons. The problem is, say your Cowpoke is level 50 and your other dragons are level 30. Considering we've got the Shadow Ancient event that's just about to begin, what a player is going to be having to do during this event mainly? Dungeon. And what does Dungeon do? It bases the opponents, well, the opponents are based off of the level of your highest dragon, which means you'd go into Dungeon, but rather than you having 3 dragons to use that are all the same level like me, what would actually happen is instead you would have a singular dragon that was level 50 and the others would be useless. So you'd probably get like 15 KOs and then you'll die. And when you've got an ancient event here that gives lots of new dragons, so that's going to add lots of DCP, it's going to give you the potential to get Glom if you had a good dungeon team. Instead, you'll just royally screw yourself over. So it's really, really a bad, terrible idea to buy this bundle. Even though the level may seem like an advantage, it's actually not for some people. Now, the exception would be if you have dragons around about level 50 already, then maybe this guy could help you in the short term. But he is only an epic. And once again, unless you're going to use this dragon in the dungeon for his fire mainly, I guess, so that you can do the ancient event, you're not actually going to get any use out of this guy being level 50. But my main issue with this, I guess, preset level dragon selling is that now that they've done this, what's to say that they're not going to do it for level 100 dragons, or level 80 dragons, or max level dragons? Imagine if they gave out bundles in the game to buy a max level dragon for $100. And you would, like, before you would have gone, they'll never do that, that's preposterous, that's silly, why would they ever do that? But it's set the stage now. Having even a level 50 in there, which is still a big jump for a lot of new players. Having a level 100, for example, that could be majorly game changing and game ruining, because again, you'd be screwed in dungeon for a very long time. But obviously you can get lots of food from progressing on the map, so it would come with certain advantages, but a lot of event disadvantages. But I'm very, very worried about seeing promotions like that, because again, it's not this bundle in particular that I take the most issue with. Like, sure, screwing over new players that don't know any better is kinda not very good, but the fact that now basically it's just a question of when they decide to bring out super pay to win level 100 plus dragons in these bundles, and not a question of if. And I don't like that. This reminds me, I said it earlier today, of, remember if anyone was here since then, the first time that I heard about Hathor. Where is that thought, by the way? Where is Hathor? I actually don't know where I even put him. Is he down here? I don't know, he's somewhere. But it reminds me of the first time that we heard about Hathor being released, and the fact that Hathor was going to be an exception dragon. as soon as I found out that their stats were being altered, I was like, well, this can only get worse. It's only going to get more extreme from here. There's going to be more exceptions, and there's going to be a bigger power spike, a bigger power struggle. And that's exactly what we got, because now we've got Divine Ancient exceptions, which are the strongest dragons in the game, and nothing can touch them in terms of their usefulness. So this bundle is giving me the same vibes, and I'm really, really not a fan at all, because all the new players are going to get screwed over by the bundle, and then all the old players are either going to get no use out of it, or we're going to get screwed over if they actually bring out bundles like that in the future. It's like a band-aid fix for the fact that they can't just fix their farms issue. Like, why have we not gotten farms upgrades in, like, how long has it been? Like, actual farm upgrades that give us more food? It has been a very long time, and the food generation is way too slow. To get a single dragon up to max level now is what, 500 million food? Something like that? It's nowhere near fast enough, and bringing out dragons in pay-to-win bundles like this is not the fix. But anyway, like I said, aside from that bundle, we do have Whale Mart, and in it we've got some relics of breeding, which I am definitely going to be taking advantage of. We've got some dragon tickets, which I'm also going to be taking advantage of. Now, the problem with this bundle here, with the premium sigil chests, once again, is the fact that we're being offered 5 premium sigil chests, but this is just before a major event. And for every other reason that I've ever given for major events, don't do this thing, don't do this thing, it's the same here. If you actually want a good chance at the event, realistically you're gonna need about 1,000 gems on average, based on previous Divine Fests. It may be balanced to require more or less gems, but if you don't have a roughly 1,000 gems, you're probably not going to get all the dragons out of the event. So buying 5 premium sigil chests, unless you can very easily afford the 400 gems, it's not worth it. Not right now. Not when we've got an event starting in 3 days. Under 3 days now. So those are all of my tiddly bits of advice before this major event begins. And again, new players, I cannot stress enough how important dungeon is during all of these events. And you're not going to be able to get any dungeon currency either, because you're going to be taking tickets the entire time. So hopefully you've hoarded up enough dungeon currency to last you for the event, which I've not been really doing the dungeon. I am a little bit of a hypocrite in that sense, but at the same time, I've already got most of the dungeon dragons that come back into rotation, so I don't have to be as on it with the dungeon. But if you are a newer player, try and save up some of the dungeon currency, because they might bring out a premium sigil chest or 2 during the next month, and you don't want to miss out on that. Because any premium sigil chest that you can get that you don't have to spend gems for is a positive deal. A very good deal. You definitely want it. So make sure you do that. If you can, that is. But, you know, aside from that, all I could do is wish you the best and hope that you have your team ready either now or by the end of Sunday. Remember, the core things you need are an earth user, a water user, an AoE attacker, and on top of that, if you've got divines, 2 divines and an ancient. If you don't have the divines and ancients, you could probably make some earth, water, and AoE cheesy comp, I guess you could say, with lots of lower level dragons, but, you know, good luck. If you don't have divines, is all I can really say. But we're prepared for the Shadow Ancient event. We know what's coming now. There's no other added extra surprises from the sounds of it. We know the milestone rewards. Actually, the only thing that we are waiting on are the actual drop rates of things in the event, like out of the chests and things. So, I guess after the event releases on Monday, we'll pretty much know that straight away. So, I will keep you posted. I'm sure I'll have a guide video out on Monday evening relating to the event, going through everything. all the general tips, but this is the preparation video tips. This is it. This is about what you can get. So if you need to ask anything else, make sure you ask it now. Otherwise you'll have a bad time during the event, trust me. Anyway, for now I appreciate you being here, wish you the very best, and until next time, I do hope to see you then.